called to something bigger, but not totally sure where it's leading you yet. But there's a call. This is the Sagittarius moon working with you, the Sagittarius moon that is happening right now as we speak. Now, this moon isn't about having all the answers, right? Sagittarius is about finding them. It's about choosing a direction. Sagittarius energy asks you to zoom out and look at the big picture of your life. Now, you may feel restless because of this. Oh, yes, most definitely. But inspired, or maybe just ready to break out of an old belief pattern in general, or just limitations. You're ready for freedom. And that's because this new moon is activating truth, intuition, and expansion. The Sagittarius new moon is the final new moon of 2025. And at 28 degrees Sagittarius, it carries a strong expansion and truth-seeking energy. See, new moons are all about beginnings, planting seeds, and intention setting. And so with Sagittarius leading that charge, that means that vision, purpose, and belief in what could be come to the forefront. And they kind of color this new moon. So, like I said, new moon is a time for planning intentions, and Sagittarius is all about vision and truth, getting that clear picture. So let's kind of break it down a little bit more here, right? So because Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, this new moon is basically embodying all of the Jupiterian aspects. So that's expansion, optimism, and opportunities. It's about the faith that you have in yourself and your abilities, and the faith that you have that the universe is going to kind of pull through and help you out here. Now, Jupiter opens doors to greater meaning. Jupiter involves travel, higher learning, higher understanding, especially when you set intentions that are bigger than your fear. So now with Jupiter expanding and the optimism that it brings, in the higher, when we go from a higher perspective, we get a different vision, right? And so that is part of this whole new moon. Now, another thing that's going to be happening while we're zooming out and getting that bigger picture of where it is we want to go, Venus and Mars. So we've got the planet of feminine energy of knowing and the masculine planet of doing are going to be aligning. So this is one of the most major aspects that are giving flavor to this new moon. So when Venus and Mars align in that truth-seeking sign of Sagittarius, they're blending desire and passion with value and relationships. So this can create powerful momentum in your romantic relationships, friendships, love in general, creativity, and motivation. So just make sure that what you're drawn to aligns with what your values are and not just your impulses, because Mars has a way of doing that on its shadow side. So now another aspect too, we also have squares coming from Saturn and from Neptune. So that adds a little bit of tension when we have a square. So there's a deeper meaning here, right? It's a little bit more of a challenging layer that comes with this new moon. So the new moon squares Saturn that loves to have a plan and loves boundaries and all these things. And Neptune loves to dissolve those boundaries, right? So that just inherently is going to create some tension between what you're dreaming of and the discipline to make it happen. Or reality and illusion, right? That's something as well. You might feel emotional confusion, you might feel fatigue or uncertainty if parts of your life are lacking clarity. Now, this tension isn't here to derail you. It's here to help you refine what's real and to let go of what's not. So Saturn, remember, it likes structure. So Neptune wants wants soul. And the new moon wants purpose. So let's kind of put all of those together and you can make that energy work for you. So Neptune, good old Neptune, that planet out there, and Saturn both, these guys are leaving the sign of Aries, moving back into Pisces, where they've been for several years, especially Neptune. And so this is a little bit of that energy that's coming back up to the surface right now, where the whole point of this was to help us to make our dreams a reality. And going into 2026, those planets are going to be landing there and staying there for some time. Now, when it retrogrades and it goes back into these signs, it's bringing that energy back up. So this new moon is saying, okay, I see you dreaming bigger for what it is you want moving forward. Instead of just living in the land of dreams, what practical steps are you going to take? So just wanted to throw that one in there too. So now another thing that we have happening, we're really close to the winter solstice with this. So this new moon, this Sagittarian new moon, connects with that energy. It's a powerful energetic source that can open you up to deeper intuition, insight, and cosmic perspective. You might be feeling a pull towards your spiritual side, spiritual alignment, spiritual meaning, stuff that feels bigger than your everyday life. That's kind of just part of what the winter solstice brings out in us, right? So think about this. The winter solstice is when the sun is, it's the shortest day of the year, right? The sun is at its lowest point in the sky. And ancient cultures believed that on the winter solstice, that is literally when the sun died and was reborn. So with that, we carry that energy of transformation. We go within and we focus on what our inner self is telling us in order for us to make this rebirth and for us to be reborn again as well. So being aligned with this energy, we're really touching on our deeper intuition along with our bigger vision. So now, what does this new moon mean for you? I'm going to have horoscopes up for each of the individual signs, well, fire sign, earth sign, all of those things. But so look at my page and you'll find those. But in general, what is it that we can do with this energy, right? Number one is going to be setting intentions that align with your truth, your truth. Visualize your life expanding into what feels meaningful. And ask yourself, where do I want to grow? Where is my belief in myself waiting to be activated? And so this new moon overall in general, right, is asking you to dream bigger, to plant those seeds around your purpose, maybe taking steps in education or learning something new in order to make that happen, traveling new places, having faith, listening to your inner truth, and aligning with those seeds with long-term vision and a plan rather than just quick fixes. So I think ultimately overall, yes, that's kind of part of this energy here. You might be feeling pulled in different directions, maybe a little uncertain because Neptune loves bringing in the fog. So yeah, you might be uncertain at times, and that's okay, right? It's just Saturn and Neptune signaling you to refine and not retreat. So if something feels unclear, you feel overwhelmed, take it as a clue to just pause, reflect, and realign, not to fear, right? Pausing, reflecting, and realigning. So use the Sagittarius new moon as a moment of expansion, truth, and intention, right? Set your sights higher. Dream with clarity and step into your path with courage. So everybody be sure to look at your sun, moon, and rising in my horoscopes. Go to my little profile there and you will find them, and use this energy for the best, right? Everybody, thank you so much for watching. All right, we'll see you next time.